Double feature, I made a mistake. So, I just got done recording today's little thing, and by the time I looked at the recording, I discovered that I didn't have the mic on. So, we're gonna try again. I'm thinking of putting the original capture at the beginning of the video, but I thought it was a really good session. Although it was a bit downtrodden because I was discussing how stuff I draw looks like a child drew it and stuff like that. But I guess you'll never know the rest of it, because I don't know if I want to talk about the exact same stuff. I would like to flesh this out to 20 minutes, but I'm like, nah, what do I talk about now? I will explain what I was talking about before. I have this character, Tender, Respawn, whatever his name is, and his whole deal is that he lives in a society that is technologically advanced, but makes all its decisions by gladiatorial combat. Okay? So, with that in mind, there is also a expectation/requirement to be a military pawn, in a way, for so much time. But this character, I'm gonna see if I can simplify his look. This character sucks at combat. So he is given another job to basically... The name Respawn, now I gotta go into all this again. Did you ever watch that episode of Doctor Who where there's this kid walking around with, like, a gas mask? Oh, that's just lovely. Didn't do it this whole thing where it thinks I'm in two places at once. It didn't do that once on that last recording session. I'm a little peeved. But the kid has a gas mask on. And there are nanobots that basically used him to decide what everyone else was supposed to look like. And that's basically the idea that we're going with. There is this technology, these little robots that will literally stitch your body back together from grievous wounds to paper cuts. So, basically bringing you back from near death. It's a whole thing. And on top of that, that position is more viewed as, like, water boy. You're not getting glory doing it, you're doing what's expected of you, the bare minimum. Because all of the work is generally done by the robots, the little machines. They figure out the injury, they stitch it back together, you're just kind of a mobile pod. Or at least this guy is. So he's often overlooked. Though during his years in service in this way, he does start to adopt some medical knowledge. Starts to take things seriously. And yeah, he may just be walking around and, like, touching people and, oh, there's this cloud of nanobots. I'm calling them tin tech, like tiny technology. Like I said, I've been over all this already this morning, so I'm just doing a quick rehash. And, yeah, those things bring him back, but this guy has built a plethora of medical knowledge as time has gone on. So, to recap, not a big guy in his society. And I guess I should discuss again that he's given a uniform basically to dictate that he is nothing, essentially. So he has a little flag that's like an arrow, no, it's like red crosses that say don't shoot, we're here to aid. You know, that whole thing in modern combat. So, that basically brings you up to speed on what we talked about. Took 20 minutes to discuss that before, and we've reached that in 6. So, I guess I will also discuss my expectations and whatnot for why I'm actually even bothering to do this. I don't expect anything to happen with this series. The title I'm going with, you saw it earlier, Mercs, MRX. Basically just Mercs spelled weird, because there's this midpoint in the story that's basically the starting point that everybody is a mercenary, trying to break even by doing really crazy stuff. In this world that is broken to pieces, fractured, factions all over left and right, just craziness. So, what was I gonna say? Don't you hate it when that happens? Okay, yeah, no, the mic is on, so I'm not just wasting my time at this point. Yeah, I don't expect much with this story. It's more or less just been a hobby for the past 8 years to develop this, and it hasn't gotten very far in production. Like, I don't know a lot of details right now. I just have characters and ideas that I would like to see, like various events, like the cataclysm that breaks the planet up. I want to explain that somehow. But yeah, all in all, don't have high expectations. I'm just trying to do this to somehow better myself, make things, help me with my thought process in a way so that I can learn to smooth things out and point A to point B a little better. And how to talk to people, I guess. That's also a plus. Yeah, you don't say a lot when talking to people, but it happens quite frequently for me because I lose my train of thought, so yeah. Also, I was discussing this idea. There's this song by Rise Against called Broken Dreams Inc. that I've really latched onto this week, and I was toying with the idea to make it into an animated feature. I don't know how to actually ask to use that, so it probably wouldn't have the song in it. I would probably, like, put a link somewhere. But yeah, then I looked into it a little bit on this program, and this program's telling me it would take about 5,570 something frames to make that a reality. It's about 4 minutes long. So, not very feasible in my current situation, especially since I have no background in animation aside from just seeing things in my head when I listen to music. It is kind of crazy that much effort goes into stuff that I imagine in seconds. But I can't make it to where everyone else can see what I see, which I imagine is actually really common for the artist community. I've been reading a book that talks about, like, what to expect being an artist, and you might imagine it's a little pompous, but it makes a lot of sense, at least at the beginning. Then I lose track of things by about halfway through. I tried reading it again, and yeah, that hasn't worked out too well. And my coffee's gone cold, so this is just a humdinger of a morning. But, yeah, that's my current space right now. Just ideas that I can't feasibly make possible. Not anytime soon. The whole idea of having something worth doing and just working on it, I don't know why that's hard for me. If it takes more than 20 minutes, I usually don't do it. So, yeah. He draws a little pal over here. He's just a little friend. He's happy, he's supportive, he's got weird eyes and floppy ears. And he's made of goopy shadows. I don't know. I don't know how I can flesh this out another 8 minutes to get my typical runtime. This is something else. I've also been trying to figure a new signature. Here's the thing, I like the name that I came up with for this channel, but I keep wondering if I could do better. I was driving home the other day, and I just had this idea about how there's this explicit thing in whenever you get a CD or a soundtrack, and there's always that E in a box to tell you that they say bad words. So I thought that would be a really cool name, E in a box. Oh, this is so clever. I haven't looked into it to see if anyone else thought of it, so I'm sure just saying it, someone else is going to use it, but I don't know. I question the name I chose sometimes. What is today? Today is the 28th of May. If I could write, that would be fantastic. So, trying to think if there's anything else really to flesh out here. I don't think there is. So this is going to be a little short. Well, I guess I'll finish it off by saying I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend, and into the next week, just nice and refreshed, ready for all the craziness that comes with it. Best wishes. Later.